Lawmakers have been at the state capitol for more than a week now, and today the Senate discussed COVID-19 legislation.
5 News reporter Micah Wilson has been tracking these bills and joins us now live in Fayetteville with the latest. Micah?
Darren and Erica, we have been tracking these anti-vaccine mandate bills since they passed in a Senate committee last week. And today we are learning that all 3 of them passed in the Senate today, and now they're on their way to the House.
It's important for the legislature to act to protect individual liberties.
State Senator Ben Gilmore says it's his job to fight for the freedom of choice for all Arkansans, while State Senator Joyce Elliott says this is a public health matter.
There are just 2 sides to this. This is not a one-sided thing. I don't consider them equivalent, but there are 2.
Monday, the Senate voted yes on Senate Bill 739, which acts as a way for employees to opt out of receiving the COVID-19 vaccine.
If you are in an environment and you are not vaccinated, you would be required to take a test in order to provide to the employer and to those you're working around the assurance that you are not a carrier of the vaccine or of the virus.
Employees would need to provide a negative COVID-19 test weekly, and that testing would be paid for through the state's COVID-19 relief funds. Meanwhile, Senate Bill 732 also passed in the Senate. This bill would prevent the enforcement of a person to get the vaccine.
Is trying to do is give some protections to individual workers, individual employees who are being told or being mandated by both their employer and the federal government to get the COVID-19 vaccine.
The Senate also passed Senate Bill 730. This would allow for employees to file for unemployment if fired for not getting the vaccine. But the passing of these bills led to passionate debates.
I want to say something on behalf of the person who has to go to the doctor or has to go to the hospital, and you have to be treated by some doctor, some nurse, or whoever who has chosen not to be vaccinated. Those people matter too.
Senator Jason Raper defending the right of choice with a quote from founding father Benjamin Franklin.
Ben Franklin said any society that would give up a little liberty to gain temporary security will deserve neither and will lose both. This was at a time when they faced pandemics.
I wish there was a better way. I wish we just all do everything we can to help each other. Thanks.
And although all 3 bills passed in the Senate today, the emergency clause, which would enact it as soon as possible, failed on all 3 bills. And so now their next step is making their way to the House so then they can vote on it. We're live in Fayetteville, covering news where you live. Mike Wilson, 5 News.